Real quick, man. What you think about your man Terry Crews? I know that's your guy. What you think about your man Terry Crews, man? He back at it.
My fucking
Uh,
guy. You know what I'm saying?
that's your guy, man. You always be defending that bitch ass dude, man.
I'm not defending anyone.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't defend any side. I like to state the fact that there are always multiple sides to stories.
Right.
That's it.
So
I don't.
what do you say about his latest?
What do you do?
He tried to get everybody to boycott the strippers. He tried getting to boycott Magic City in Atlanta, man. Uh,
Why do you want to do that?
Cause he be doing bullshit. He know he a Bama like that though, man. You know he just do random Bama shit, and he just be trying to get everybody to jump in on it, but it be some Bama shit. Like he was saying that he tried to get everybody to boycott the strippers, and he hashtagged it Black Love Matters. You know what I'm saying? So it was just some. It was the timing was real bad. And leave the strippers alone. They work hard for their money, man. You know what I'm saying? So leave them alone. Uh, Next time, if you want to boycott something, boycott somebody molesting you in front of your girl. You know what I'm saying? But fuck Terry, man. I don't know what to say. What else to say? But hey, but you see your man Ron Jeremy got 20 more charges, dog. And he got a 15-year-old is involved. He say he got involved with a 15-year-old youngin. Uh, what is it about 15-year-old pussy that attracts men? That they got that, especially celebrity men, because they always getting caught up. Like even with the Epstein, there's always a 15-year-old that's involved. You know what I'm saying? Like they never like 18. They always like really really underage. Um,
What it's about is for men. It goes back to like some tribal type of instincts. You know, it's a hunter gatherer type of thing. Men want that challenge. They want something that's the great white whale, that's so to speak. And a 15-year-old for a grown ass 30, 40, 50, 60-year old man is a conquest of some sort.
you
And I
think
think
so?
it's more about the conquest. It's almost got to be because unless you got tricked into it, which you can,
Right.
because 15 to me and 18 ain't that far apart. And if you were actively seeking something that young, it's almost got to be about the conquest. What is it about? Because what does she have that a person 2 years older
Didn't
wouldn't
have. Yeah.
or endowed at, or so to
Right.
speak? So I think it's a male chauvinist type of thing for real, for real.
Right,
I
man.
don't know.
Your man's a creep though, man. I mean, he
Oh, no
he
doubt
he
about it.
done. He done. He is done.
No doubt. He's ugly too, ain't he?
He
Damn,
real ugly, man.
why they do that to Mario like
But
that,
see, I don't even blame them chicks for coming out against him because he's too ugly. Like he's nothing sexy about him. You know
man?
what I'm
See,
saying?
I don't blame them because I don't understand why people that are in those positions do that stuff. So I think
Right.
everybody that gets done by somebody like that definitely needs to come out and say something about it.
Yeah.
Because this ain't Joe Blow that can't get none. This is somebody that they're paying professionally to get something. You know what I'm saying? He should have enough money to go to Thailand or wherever it is and do that shit for real. You dig?
But he
And I
ugly
don't
though.
respect
You think he's
it.
still getting? You you still think he getting top dollar?
I think that he's made enough money. He should have made
He
enough
should
money in
have.
his career.
Right.
That being with the fact that he has a name. You know, he's
Right.
producing and directing a lot of those movies. He's not just out in front with his dick in his hand no more.
Right, right, right. So you think maybe this was some casting couch shit, or he was just I mean, 'cause they was
Yeah,
like but they
yeah,
say he was raping brides
yeah. In
unconscious.
hotels, all type of at the
Yeah.
bar and all type of wild stuff. It got kind of wild.
So but then you think like at 67, 'cause he's 67. Do you think you have time to sit around and watch somebody get drunk enough till they pass out at 67? I mean,
Yeah,
'cause
if you run Germany, you do.
man, you a real creep, man.
If you run Germany, you definitely do. He probably don't have nothing else to do. Like man, okay, dig it. You're
Okay.
67. You're not married,
Right.
probably. You know what I'm saying? If you got any kids, they probably grown or don't fuck with you or you don't
Right.
see them too much. You should have enough money to where you can damn near do what you want. You ain't a billionaire or no nothing like
But you
that,
should
but
be
you should be able
comfortable.
to, you should be comfortable. What the fuck else you got to do except for creep on bitches and get creepy? You
But
know what I'm
dog,
saying?
just think about it like this.
Especially if you're already a creep. You know what I'm saying? Oh,
I mean,
creep.
obviously the creep is real heavy with him. But I'm just saying, like, why not have Why not have a gang of old alcoholic brides? Like, why you gotta go out in the streets and actively try to wait for youngins to get drunk? Cause you ever been around like an extra sloppy drunk bride, and you just be like, man, and you ever
So,
question yourself like, what is going on? I gotta remove
you ever have
myself.
them go up on you, not on
Yeah,
you, but you know what I'm saying?
I
All
don't,
that type
man.
of shit is always a blower.
Young, I done seen brides piss on themselves and shit, and you just be
For
like,
sure.
man, this is,
I'm
I
like,
can't.
man, you took it too far.
Yeah, you going too far. Like you was almost cute, but then that just like I don't even know if I could ever look at you the same because of that shit, man. And so you 67. How do you have? I know you got. He probably comfortable, but how do you have the time? Like that's just some real creepy shit, man. He think he on some Bill Cosby
See,
shit.
see, he's 67. It's 365 days in a year.
Right.
It's not like he's every night creeping. You know what I'm saying? These incidents are probably once every 2 or 3 months when the creeping him come out. You know what I'm saying? Come out on the creek fishing. He
But
might go on a creek binge. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying?
yeah,
He
yeah.
might binge all weekend on some creek shit and then don't do it for 6 months. You never
Right.
know. You know what I'm saying? You looking at it wrong. You know
But
what I'm saying?
okay. Let me. They said that he was sticking foreign objects. Do you think when they say foreign objects, that also brings like a creep? That has a creep undertone to it. So you thinking
I
like
don't know, young.
you
If you
think
got
they?
an object and somebody's willing to let you do stuff with it, I
Yeah.
mean,
But that's what
what
I'm
are you
saying. Do you think do they would they consider like a dildo a foreign object?
100%?
Okay, cause I'm thinking when they say that shit, he talking like broomsticks and shit. But I'm like, man,
Nah,
nah,
man. Foreign object.
anything.
Not natural. Anything not natural.
But
You know
all
what
I'm
I'm
gonna say is this, man. Ron, get your life together, man. You done had enough ass in your life, man. You don't have to do this, bro. You ain't gotta
saying?
do this.
Brother, he ain't get no more except some male ass. Because
Yeah.
if he ain't been able to bail himself out, he probably ain't never coming out.
Nah, he
Because
ain't coming out. He done. Especially, man, the 15-year-old is it. Man, he gonna get enough time with the
if he
15-year-old
could have
alone.
bailed himself out, he could at least be fighting the case on the street. You know what I'm saying? But apparently he's still in jail, which
Yeah,
means he
he
ain't
done.
never come out.
It's a wrap. But man,
But
on
see, they
that,
got my man. They got my man.
who?
Not my man, but I watched a show called American Ninja Warrior, and
Right.
the person who won the whole tournament last year, they got him last month. Apparently, he had some inappropriate relationship with the chick, but it was different because it was over 4 years. So to me, you doing something with somebody for 4 years, it's consensual. But it
So he,
started when she was 15,
so it's a
and she decided to come out now that she's 18, and they got him locked up down in Florida somewhere right now behind the shit. And
but
that's the
can't
shit.
he, now they got Romeo and Juliet laws in Florida?
I don't know, man. I know they done took his face off the off the American Ninja
Oh
Warrior and
man, dog.
blackballed him all the way out of it like you do. You know what I'm saying? And he
So
won it. You know
how
what
old
I'm
is
saying?
he? How old is he? He
Probably
like
early 30s.
oh he
Early
oh
30s.
and she a youngin
Early
and
30s. She was 15 when they started. He probably was in his mid 20s.
oh yeah so he done he's a rap. If you I thought you was gonna say like 21 something. It's a rap.
Oh nah, nah.
You
He was
can't
old enough,
yeah
and they say they got proof that he knew.
yeah.
I just think it's fucked up after all that time somebody can flip the switch on you and be like, oh yeah, for real, he was raping me for real. You know what I'm saying? Like 4 years though. And they don't live in the same place. She was coming across the country to see him and stuff like that. You know what I'm
See,
saying? It was like a
it
relationship.
don't matter though, man.
I
You
know.
too old. You too old. Keep you an old head around. Stop fucking with these young brides.
Shit, he had an old head.
Hey, get you some more then. But man, we about to get
That
started
young
with the show, man. Here we go.
man.
Man, welcome back to another edition of the Are We Not Men show. It's me B, as always, and as always I got my man P with me. Man, what's going on with you, brother?
Ain't nothing, man. Just trying to live, man. How about you?
Man, the same, same shit, different roll of toilet paper, man. You know how it go. But man,
Oh,
we got a show for you today, man. We got and we did this show. We had a whole lot of people die last week, man. Most notably is my man T'Challa, Chadwick Boseman. I just want to get the show off with started with that, man. Rest in peace, man. You was really like the people's actor, man. You definitely will be missed. Uh, I ain't really want to piggyback because I know everybody gonna be talking about that. But we wanted to do a show that's a little bit different.
John Thompson died too.
I know I saw that, man. Every fucking body been dying, man. Rest in peace to the great, the first black coach to win an NCAA championship, man. Shout out, rest in peace, man. But today, man, we got a show, and our topic today is really about something you've been seeing not, I ain't gonna say you've seen a lot of it, but it's starting to become more frequent. You're starting to see uh, dudes coming out and kissing and telling. Like we so used to seeing the females come out and kiss and tell about all they little sexual escapades they had with celebrities and so forth. Um, but if you really pay attention to what's going on, you're starting to see more and more dudes come out and tell on their little celebrity side or whatever the entanglement is, as Jada would call it. Now, last week, what brought this topic to our attention was the Falwell couple from Liberty. Uh, what's the Jerry Falwell's wife, Becky Falwell? Um, Basically, they had a Cuban pool boy from Miami come out and say that he would sometimes come through, smash her, while he watched in the corner. Uh, Now, let me ask you, P. When you first heard that story, what did you think?
Nothing. Probably true. Sound like some old televangelist freak show type shit. You know what
Right, right,
I'm saying? It didn't sound unrealistic. It didn't sound like, oh my goodness, that's the worst thing possible.
right.
But for a person in his position and knowing that the code that they go by, he violated it and he's going his way out.
You think so? You think he violated some code? What code was that?
The honor code that the School of Liberty has, in which case he violated it because it's like this. Most of their code is based on the Bible.
Right,
The Bible, he's committing adultery basically because he's wantingly and watching his wife commit adultery. And for him to know to do right and do if it not, to him it is sin. So he started sinning as soon as he allowed the sin to take place, you know what I'm saying, on his watch. So it's like the law of, like how you go up in Massachusetts, it's like the Good Samaritan law. If
right,
you don't help and you know it's doing wrong, you don't help, then they can fine you for it. It's the
right,
same thing principle as that because he's committing acts against their code, and that's it. Then like a month ago, he was on a picture with the girl. She had her pants open. He
right.
had his pants open. That's stuff that's unbecoming to what their code stands for, and he was wrong. Nothing
Okay.
else to it.
But let me
Now, if he
ask you.
want to do that shit, he need to do it on the low ski. He
He
got
did
found
do it
out.
on.
I ain't sure. No, he didn't. He
He
got
did.
found out. I ain't sure.
Nah, it was on the low for 8 years. Let me. Okay,
Nah,
same.
I'm on a grand scale, dog. They got business. He got business with this person.
He do.
They got recorded conversation. You know what I'm saying? That shit was a grand scale. That wasn't on the
Right.
low. On the low is somebody you meet and don't never see again. You meet and never see again. You meet. You know that's how you stay on the low. You can't. As long as human beings
Okay.
are involved, you're always gonna have a chance for treachery because people ain't shit.
Well, let me ask you this. Okay. Now, this is my theory. I mean, yeah, he lost his shit because of the code that you speak of. You know what I'm saying? Which is fair. He lost it because of the code. But when you think about it, he been married to that lady for 30 years, right? They've been married for a long time. Um, his dick he probably was always slinging okay dick. It probably wasn't great, probably wasn't bad. But that lady, cause they was like the lady just a freak anyway. She was sucking off the kids' friends and shit. You read that?
Nah, I ain't read
Nah,
that.
they was like a couple of her son's friends. She she sucked them off at the crib and shit. So she was just an old lady trying to hang in there. You know what I'm saying? Because what happens is a lot of times in these type of relationships, you be married for 20, 25 years. You know, when it comes down to it, men, we we have sort of a physical mortality. You know what I'm saying? As you get older, you lose your physical strength and you start to break down. You know, as women, they have more of a beauty mortality. You know, they always want to feel like they still got it. So she was out here on some milk shit, fucking. Especially once the kids got older, she probably wasn't fucking that much when the kids was in the house because she was always focused on the kids, taking them to practice and everything. But now you get older, the kids are grown, and she's got to focus on this dude slinging subpar dick. Now he's in his 50s, so now she's like, you know what? I gotta go get me. You know what I'm saying? And that's what happens in these situations. So even though, yeah, the codes you speak of is wrong, but it was heard. I think you didn't hear nobody come out saying that they slept with him, whether he had a side piece or not. Nobody ever came out and was like, he slept with me. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is saying that the wife is out here hoeing, which I think, yeah, and I think in Trump's America, he'll bounce back. I don't think this hurts him too bad. He'll bounce back.
It's all that's irrelevant. The fact of the matter is that the dude married a freak. She didn't wake up one day a freak. Dude knew she was a freak when he murdered her. He probably murdered her because she was a freak. Him coming from a conservative background, he probably married himself a good old freak. Because you didn't wake up all of a sudden you sucking dicks and liking your husband watching you fuck somebody. That's some shit that's always was in you. It came out because they was indiscreet, and that's all it is. Let the people be freaks, that's fine. But if you got a job like that, they're not gonna let you do that in the public. There's nothing else to it. You don't have to try to justify nothing for him and her. They got caught freaking. It's against his job's code, and he got fired.
But I disagree. She probably she suppressed that freak shit for a long time because they probably been.
That shit, man.
She
knew about that shit, man.
Nah, he probably knew.
He didn't have to go along with it. He's a freak for going along with it. He didn't have to go along with it. You know what I'm saying? You married to somebody.
Right.
You married to somebody, B.
Right.
If you're not a freak, why would you allow that?
Because it's like, think about it like this.
Do you want to watch your wife getting fucked by somebody?
I do not. But at the end of the day, it is better than getting divorced and starting all over again.
Hell yeah. If I'm not a freak, if I'm a freak, then it is what it is.
Dog, listen.
I'm not a freak, man. I'm not watching no dude fuck my wife, and I'm not a freak.
Listen, P.
You got the AIDS on its dick and shit. I don't even trust other dicks. I don't want no dicks near my shit.
I understand what you're saying, brother. But listen, after 20 years of marriage, 20 plus years of marriage, I don't need my wife for a pussy, dog. I need her for wisdom. I need her because she know me. I don't give a fuck. I don't want to
lay with nobody that just had somebody else's dick in their mouth and I got to kiss them tomorrow.
Listen, dog.
Unless I'm a freak. Now, if I'm freaking, I know plenty of freaking. You know what I'm saying? Swinging and freaking, that's something different.
Right.
But if I'm a regular, straight up square, I do not want to wake up to my wife knowing last night dude just fucked her up the ass and put his dick in her mouth.
But see, at the end but check this though, P. I hear what you're saying. But listen, I don't think you should divorce her though. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference because sex is just sex. You know what I'm saying? Like for you, my biggest fear is having to go back out there and train somebody else. You know what I'm saying? If I had to go back out here and start all over from scratch.
Why do you have to start over at all? Why can't you be comfortable enough to be alone?
I'm saying I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable enough to be alone if this don't work out. But I'm saying the fact that.
Then why would you accept your wife? I'm saying if you don't want to, now if you want to, you want to. But if you don't want to, why would you accept that?
Because of the simple fact. I'm gonna tell you why I would accept this, and I'm gonna tell you the difference between. I would stay with the white lady versus stay with Jada, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because the little Cuban pool boy said he came through every once in a while and he fucked her. Sometimes he was around, whatever. That's still up for debate. But he said the Cuban pool boy said he did some shit he was supposed to do. He came around, he did all kinds of freak shit with the old bride, and he left. You know what I'm saying? There was never any mention of love, and that's why.
You didn't read the whole story. His text messages is about her getting jealous. They had a conversation with him, her, and the husband about how she was getting jealous because he would come over and he would talk about his other broads and stuff, and she, nah, there was definitely feelings and emotions in that. You need to read that article again.
It's no,
So
I'm
that's what
talking,
you want with
but
that ain't
but
it?
that's text messages. Like she was getting jealous because she was piping her down so good. But at the end
Yeah,
of the day,
emotions is still emotions when you're dealing with a woman, dog.
it's always gonna be emotions when you piping her down good.
Right. So then why do you accept that if you don't have to? I don't understand.
Because that's part of life. If you're old,
Me,
like
let me tell you,
dog,
I'm gonna give you a
dog,
scenario. Me and my wife, we married. I'm not married. Me and my
right,
wife, we married 30 years.
right.
Love her to death. She comes to me. She like, P, man, look here, man. For real, this shit's stale. This old. You know me. When you met me, I always like the freaking. You can't get it up like you used to. Blah blah blah. Whatever.
And there you
I'm
have
like,
it.
you know what, baby? It's cool. I release you.
Right.
You did what I'm saying? Go out and do what you do.
But
But
you
we're
would
not gonna
divorce
be
her.
together. Why are we together if you're gonna do what you do?
Why
Because what?
divorce her
Why did we
though?
get
Cause
why did
it's
we get together in the first place if
P
you're gonna do what you're gonna do?
P. If your dick ain't working, what difference do it make? If it's with your wife or the next lady, your dick don't work, and that's why she out there freaking really because your
Okay,
dick don't work like it used to work.
okay.
So
So
why? So you would divorce your old lady? See, my thing is this, man. As long as you don't, at 50, 60 years old, I don't give a fuck who you fuck anymore. You washed up. I'm washed up. We all washed up. If you feel you need to go get you a nut, go get you a nut. Just don't have the dude talking about he love you. You know what I'm saying?
at
Because
60 years old, I don't plan on being washed up. I ain't gonna be washed up, and I ain't gonna be
P,
with nobody that's washed up.
listen,
So
brother.
that's all I'm saying.
What you plan,
You
what you
think I
plan,
want to
what you plan to be, and what you gonna be is two different
Let me
things.
tell you something, baby. I've been going long and strong this time, this long. I'm gonna keep going long and strong.
I
You
hear you,
understand?
man. I'm
Yeah,
with you.
that's that.
I'm with
You
you,
know,
baby.
your mind control your body, and what you think is how you are. Perception is reality. I'm gonna go strong and long all the way until they take me off of this blue marble. You dig?
I hear what you're saying, man. But I'm just saying, it's
And I
easier
ain't
said,
accepting nothing less. You know
easier
what I'm saying?
said than done, man. That's all I'm
I ain't
saying.
accepting nothing less, B. I can tell
Easier
you that.
said than done. Like you know, them old dudes said the same shit when they was your age. Like I'm gonna be out here long stroking everything. You know what I'm saying? To the fact to get to that age, your shit don't work no more. And
What
you,
happens is people burns out. See, me, I ain't gonna burn out. I'm on a slow pace right now. I slowed my shit down. I ain't young no more. I ain't out in the street trying to fuck everything moving. It's not even my thing.
right?
So I'm gonna be at 65. I'm gonna be looking just like I look now. Probably be a little fatter because I ain't been able to work out as much. But I'm be looking just like I look now,
Right.
talking just like I'm talking now, and fucking just like I'm fucking now. And
But
that's my words. Y'all come see me in 20 years. Holler at your boy.
But see, by the time if you make it to 65, you know what the numbers gonna be like, dog. We talked about this before. It's gonna be like 10-1 out here, so you ain't really gonna have to worry. If you 65 and you can slang dick, you gonna have your pick, dog. Uh,
Like always.
that's it.
If
I'm just
you any
saying,
age, if you any age and can slang dick, you can have your pick. It's all about. It's nothing more than applying yourself.
yeah,
There's so many women out here that's trying to do something. If you want something, just go get it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying that everything's for everybody because everything ain't for everybody.
right.
But if you can slang that wood and you got your confidence, man,
You got it.
I don't chase no tail, dog. Tail come a dime a dozen if you want it. You know what I'm saying? If you want
Absolutely.
it and apply yourself, you definitely can have you some. That's why I don't understand the Ron Jeremys and all those people of the world that's forcing themselves on women.
Cause they
Then
creeps,
the women
man.
that'll give it to you for sure for free.
The creep is heavy. That's what it is, man. Motherfuckers, the
Definitely.
creep is heavy. So you know, you gotta understand that. I don't think, but like I said, man, I think it's old women. Women of a certain age need that validation that they still got it. Now you could say that's some freaky shit, but I think it's more common than we like to lead on. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of old women out here cheating and shit because they for some either they not getting that wood or they just want to feel like they can still get it. They still got it to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? So these old women, I don't think that's gonna ever change. It's always gonna be old ladies after their kids is grown out here fucking in the streets. The difference what you seeing nowadays is young dudes coming out snitching on they little, cause they, the pet life is a real thing. It's a lot of old ladies got young dudes side pieces, but one thing you really never saw was these young side pieces coming out against their elderly their elderly side pieces. You know what I'm saying? So, what do you think is bringing about men snitching on their elderly side pieces nowadays, man?
In clout chasing,
Yeah,
hoes always been hoes. That goes for men and women.
right.
Want to tell when it's time to tell. It's a new day where you can get yourself a little bit of 5 minutes of fame if you can tell it, and that's what it's about. It's about clout chasing. It's always been prevalent, but just like I always say, there's more access to the world now. The media, and the internet, and everything is just so prevalent that you can do that now, and it can
Right,
get you some fame and some fortune. So that's all it's about. It's about the fame and the fortune. But it's a hoe has always been a hoe, whether you're talking about men or women.
right.
Hoes are hoes. You expect a hoe to do the hoe do.
True that, true that, true that. But I say this too, man. It's unbecoming of a dude, man. If you gonna get involved in this shit, get involved. Do it to the best of your ability. Or don't do it at all. If you're not comfortable doing that shit, then don't put yourself in that situation, man. I mean, cause it just makes us. I don't know. Do you think it makes men look bad when you see shit like this?
Nah, it don't make men look bad. It make men look stupid for getting caught doing something that's violation to whatever it is that's making your money. Your R. Kelly's in and they look stupid. They don't look bad. They look stupid. They look stupid for letting something petty as sex fuck up their life.
But the creep is heavy though. So I mean, so who's? Let me
Yeah,
ask
look
you
stupid.
though.
That's how they look.
Do you
I'm
think? Do you think when you look at the R. Kelly situation, take R. Kelly. All right. Now, if you're a woman, you go into a room and you see a bucket in the corner of the room, and you decide to stay, who's more stupid, R. Kelly or the woman?
Neither one is stupid. It's a sexual act, and they're just having a good time. The stupid thing is when you decide that I need to videotape this, and I need for this person to be underage. That's the
Yeah,
stupid
yeah,
thing.
yeah. But see
When
that.
you're a successful celebrity and you got other options, that's where stupid is. She's not stupid because if that's your thing, go do it. You know what I'm saying? I had women that like stuff. Women like
They
people
like
like what
shit.
they like, dog.
Yeah,
People
yeah.
like what
True
they like,
that.
dog.
True that. True that. The people be into some different shit, and as you can
People like
see,
what they like.
but man, but you gotta understand too, though. If these people been married for this long, listen, I think it's a lot of older gentlemen that's like, man, if you need to go sow your oats, go do it. You know what I'm saying? Like at a certain point, you've been with this person so long, you done fucked it thousands of times. It's not like it's gonna change. It's like, all right, just bring your ass back home. You know what I'm saying? Like at a certain time, and if you're a young dude, you supposed to, in my opinion, you supposed to do nasty shit to the old lady because that's what she's looking for. You're not supposed to fall in love, or even somebody's got to control the narrative of the relationship. You know what I'm saying? If we're going to embark on this journey, somebody has to control and say, listen, this ain't about love. It's just a sexual thing. You know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of times when you piping a chick down, she's probably gonna be the first to fall in love. Now, in the Will and Jada thing, we saw that it was reversed. I guess the dude fell in love first, but once again, somebody has to be adult when you get involved in these types of relationships. Like you have to have somebody say and that can keep the other person in check, so to speak, because uh, as a married person, you just can't be out here talking frivolous, talking about how you love and this, especially if you plan to stay in the marriage. You know what I'm saying? So if you're gonna, you could be as all in love as you want if you plan on getting divorced. But if we plan on being together, keep that love shit out your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not fair to anybody that's caught up in this triangle we talking about or entanglement or whatever the fuck else you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always like when I see love come out the mouth for these types of situations, I'm always like that's what pissed me off. I'm like if you're gonna be fucking, just go ahead do what you do, but keep
In
love
order
out your
to
mouth.
her, though, be when it comes to women, 30% of them is about all that can really separate love from sex and stuff.
I
The
agree.
other 70% of the women don't even know how to separate that. Unless you got one that's on that 30% side, you're gonna lose that battle if somebody piping that thing down and spending time with them. It's just like falling for somebody at your job. You spend too much time with somebody and start falling for them. You're only a human being. It's only emotions. So why even allow it at all? Why can't me and you? Instead of me and you being married, why don't we just be friends forever and we can have an open relationship and it'll be known that we do whatever we want to do.
Because you know
Instead
why?
of being in this committed relationship and finding out 20 years later that you need to get something from somewhere else. That don't make a lot of sense to me. Because I'm
Nah.
one of the people that don't need nothing from a woman but sex.
But
You know
you
what I'm saying?
gotta
I
think
can make
though.
my own clothes and cook my own food.
But you
You know
gotta
what I'm
just,
saying?
but just like you just said, you gotta think like this. Like it's 30% that really can separate sex from the love. But it's also you got a lot of women that think logically, and got a lot of women. You either think logically or you think emotionally. Like a lot of women, regardless of what they are, whether they a freak or they approve, most women want to have a family some point in their life. And depending on how you stack that, arrange that in your life or your timeline, that can change. That you might start off with a family at 18, 20 something. You know what I'm saying? You've been fucking with this person for 30 years and you realize like, damn, I ain't never really went through my whole phase and shit. So that's how all this shit comes about. But you might have somebody that went through their whole phase for a long time. I mean, it just all depends on how it lines up. You know what I'm saying? But man, whatever you do, don't be stupid. But it's easy to say that shit. But people is people, and people ain't shit.
Do what you want to do. I think everybody should do what the fuck they want to do. All I'm saying is once you take those vows to me, it changes everything. It changes the whole circumstances of it because we can do whatever we want to do without ever taking those vows. We don't never have to walk down no aisle. We don't never have to go into no place before our family and God and tell them we're gonna do all this stuff forever. We don't have to never do that. But
You
if we're
don't.
going to do
You
that,
don't.
30 years later, I do not want to hear about you needing to suck some other dude's dick.
But see, the problem that 2P is this. Nobody wants to be a 30-year girlfriend neither, dog. And that's why.
What difference does it make? If
That's
you
why.
still if you're not willing to be committed wholeheartedly and wholebodily, you're still a girlfriend anyway. What's the difference between a married person that's had an open relationship and a person that's doing a going together open relationship? Only difference is the paperwork they sign.
Right.
Only difference is right. So why sign the paperwork?
Because the paperwork, when you sign the paperwork, that come with benefits. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta sign the paperwork with the right person.
I
You know
don't
what I'm
need the
saying?
benefits.
I'm saying. I mean, it's a lot of benefits. Like, why you think gay people was fighting so hard to get married? It's benefits to that
I
shit,
agree.
man. It's a business. It's a business. It's business.
And that's how they look at it. And
Yeah.
see, I never did. I
And
didn't.
see, and
I
see,
didn't grow up to look at it as a business
but
because I can
see,
take care of my motherfucking self.
but you
So I
got,
don't need to team
but
up with nobody to make myself better. I don't need nobody to complete me or none of that nonsense people be talking about. I'm straight.
hey,
So
I'm with you, brother. But it's always a business. And when you can separate the sex, you can separate the business too. So you know what I'm saying? And that's why people get married, man. But man, we gonna leave it at that, man. We about to get started with our favorite part of the week, and that's the PAS moment of the week. Here we go. And our PAS moment goes to the young man in Kenosha, Kyle Rittenhouse. Um, he is the PAS moment of the week because he shot and killed. Well, he shot and killed two people in Maine, one person. Now, if you've been keeping up with this story, basically, he's from Illinois. He's not even from Wisconsin. He drove to Wisconsin to, I guess, help. I don't know what the fuck his purpose was to be in Wisconsin anyway. But anyway, he drove out there to help, I guess, stop the protesters or any type of looting in Kenosha. He was 17. His mother drove him out there. He was armed with an AR-15. They say the people was running towards him or attacking him. All that's debatable what was going on. But anyway, at the end of the night, he shot and killed two people, injuring a third. When you read this or when you heard about this, how did you feel, P?
the mother need to be charged with something too because
Yeah,
she
she
drove
do.
an underage child across the border with an arm with a weapon that he's not authorized to have.
Exactly.
And she need to get more time than him. He need to do 30 years plus, and she need to do 35.
But see, that's the thing. Like going across state lines can make this a federal case, depending on how they want to carry the shit.
It's a hate crime.
It is.
If they make it a hate crime, it's going federal.
I mean, but yeah, either way though, him crossing state lines with a weapon and using that weapon to kill somebody, I mean, they could really charge him on a federal level. But I think it. I mean, do you think he's gonna get any time for this shit?
Absolutely.
I don't know. I think it all depends on who wins the election. Honestly.
Nah, he gonna get some time, just like that dude down in Virginia that ran over those protesters. You ain't gonna beat that.
You
There's
don't
too many
think so?
people. Nah, too many witnesses. People gonna come forward crying. And, he ain't gonna beat that.
But I say this: when did that Virginia shit happen? Was Obama still in office?
Nah.
He wasn't in
Trump
office.
was in office. Nah, that stuff like that wasn't happening when Obama was in office,
okay.
man.
But
old Trump made everybody bold.
But that's what I'm saying, though. That was at the beginning of his term. Now we looking 4 years later. He could beat this shit because now they politicizing this shit to a whole nother degree. And Trump is about to visit up there anyway.
You can't beat that. If you can lose your job for saying I like what somebody did online, he's not gonna beat coming across state line with no AR-15 and shooting some people that are protest. Plus, they said it was organized. They said that the people that from the right wing, left wing, whatever the name of the group is, had organized the people to come down there with their guns. So it's premeditated.
Right.
He ain't gonna beat this. He ain't gonna beat this.
I don't know, bro.
He might not get life or death, but he ain't gonna beat this.
I mean, I think if he get any time, it might be like 5 to 10. He ain't gonna get no whole lot of time.
That's spare time across state line. He gonna beat this. He be up for parole when he turn.
I mean, I hope he get life. To be honest with you, I hope he get life. But
we'll see.
But yeah, she do need to be charged as well because she's stupid as shit. But
she should have known better.
Yeah, she should have, man. That's retarded to send that boy out there. Like you sending a 17-year-old, what you think to some chaos?
Not sending them, taking them.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like think about it. You taking a 17-year-old with an AR-15 and dropping them off in the middle of chaos. What did you think was going to happen? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I don't get for the life of me. Why would you put your child in that type of situation? You know what I'm saying?
She's just like the rest of them.
Yeah,
I tell you, those racists
but see,
they're raised, dog. They're raised.
Absolutely.
He probably fell one apple real close to the tree. His mother probably was, woo.
Yeah, she probably was.
Yeah.
But that's the part that scares me, and that's why I'm thinking, like, this is a 50-50 thing right here. I would love to hope that our laws hold up, but when you talk about now, right now, in this country right now, he could beat this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Have they arrested him yet?
Yeah, he turned himself in.
Yeah, that's it.
They supposed to extradite him back to Wisconsin, but I don't know if they did that yet, but we'll see, man.
He ain't coming out. It might be hard getting in, but once you in there, it's hard getting out. He ain't coming out. He gonna do himself 10 or more, and I only say I give you 10 on the low end because he was a minor.
Right.
And that right there may play into it somehow.
But then too,
other than that,
but check it.
They can try him as an adult.
They said they are. They supposedly are supposed to. But
we didn't see him on the streets no time soon.
But what you gotta listen to is this too. What they're trying to say is that the people he killed white people and he shot white people.
That's why he ain't never getting out.
Nah, but see, nowadays they saying that they was with the right wing group, so they was Antifa or whatever, and that might change all that shit up too.
Tell you something, man. Unless he got beat up to where they like, man, his life was in danger. He came across state line with an AR and killed white folk at a political rally. He is not coming out of jail.
But check it. They said he shot the first dude because he threw a plastic bag at him.
He's not coming out of jail anytime soon.
Hey, I'm with that though. I'm with that. We don't need that shit on the street. And
he's a lunatic.
Yeah, he is, man. But 17 years old, you ought to know that shit was gonna happen like that, man.
Man, 17 years old. I was very intelligent and very mature, and I was enough to go down there and.
I wasn't going to no protest with no AR. And not at 17, man. You know, do teenage shit, man. Stop trying to live the adult life. 17
was hard because we lived in a hard area.
But at the same time,
17 wasn't stupid.
Yeah,
you know
17.
You was young and dumb, and you did your young dumb stuff. 17 wasn't go to no political rally.
Right. I'm not going out.
cross state line.
I'm not going to defend nobody else shit with an AR-15.
At 17, I didn't even feel that strongly about nothing.
Exactly.
I was even do nothing like that.
I was just out here trying to get a nut. You know what I'm saying? What happened to that? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's wrong with this young fella?
He got a racist mother.
Uh-huh.
We got a racist president.
Yep.
And we got racially charged moments in history.
Yes.
And that's what happened to him.
And this is why he might beat that shit.
Nah, that is why we will never see him on the streets again. Because he messed up during the wrong time in history. Now, he might have beat that shit 10 years ago.
Nah.
Right now,
Trump already.
The other day, a dude working for, was the Washington Post? I don't know. I forget what he was working for.
Right.
PG school, somewhere, I don't know. He put on like his Twitter account some type of support for this dude that we're talking about.
Right. They fired him.
So you can get fired for tweeting support for nonsense, and they're not going to let you nonsense and not have no. They let him out, they're going to burn the whole town and everybody in it.
Oh no, bro. You see what's going on in Portland. Because see, all that shit is surface shit, though.
Burn in Portland every single night.
But all that shit is surface shit. It's surface level shit. Like, you getting fired for support, but at the end of the day, these people support 45. Whether they, you know what I'm saying? So right now,
he gonna win. Yeah. But him winning the presidential election got nothing to do with this person.
I don't know, bro.
AR 47 cross state lines, premeditatedly killing some white folk at a political rally during the coronavirus in a racially charged period in history where basketball teams and baseball teams are refusing to play.
Listen.
This time right here is going to get that man 35 years in jail if he ever come out.
I don't know, bro. All he need to do is get the right jury, and this shit might not. He
get the right jury, because they're going to be on their ass to make sure they get the wrong jury. I'm telling you, the people going to be outside the house every day like how they be when they be mad. You know when they get mad.
But you know what's going to happen? They just going to send some more people like him, and there's going to be some more people get shot.
But see, the people that's in charge don't want the political pressure. They're going to move it to somewhere else. They're going to pick a jury that's going to send that man up the river for 35 years.
This shit different, though.
What's the justifiability about it?
All right. You think he going to get, let's take a 50 cent bet. All right, we going to bet 50 cent.
I got 50 cent. We never see him on the streets again.
I got 50 cent that he either going to get acquitted or that shit going to be some real short time, bro.
Okay.
All right, 50 cent bet. All right, so we gonna keep looking into this shit. 50 cent. I want my 50 cent, my man.
I got you too. I'm gonna send it to you. All right. Send it to you with a letter that said I won. Send me back my change.
I got you, man. But
you're reading on this one, bro.
But until we, man, you know what, man. Whatever you do, man, be careful out there, man. Don't be stupid. If you're going to have a side piece, get you the right side piece, man. And if you're 17, man, do 17-year-old shit, man. Don't be out here doing adult things, man. Because this is all that happens when you get yourself. Adults ain't shit. And we say it all the time, people ain't shit. So until the next time we see y'all, man, don't be stupid and be easy. Peace, all right? And that's all we need to say.